And now everyone remembers that.
I would never
forget. Critical part of Smash lore. They worked out in the end, so respect to them. Whoever that is, we certainly don't know. But yeah.
But we were talking about, back to Cosmos and Light, we were talking about how Cosmos and Light and also Riddles and Onin are so, 4 really scary good players.
Yep.
They're actually 4th and 5th seed.
Yeah.
So,
This is going to be what we're seeing kind of in singles, just in a different format eventually. Right?
So we like we said before, with the 2 1v1s, and the Corrin is out.
The Corrin is out. Good call. Also, I love how we have the green Steve on the red team against the green team.
That's got to be some warfare, right?
Honestly,
Surely.
I would call the
some
ref
cosmetic
and be like,
warfare.
You can't do that. That would throw me off. I wonder if that's actually going to happen here. I mean, it literally he just side beat him there.
Maybe you're right. It's definitely some sort of cosmetic warfare.
Yeah.
And they're definitely going to be banking on that.
It's a double-edged sword because your teammate's like, I have 3 green players to fight against. I have no idea who I'm aiming at. Ooh. That almost kills off the top pretty early. But
yeah, you gotta watch how you DI, and you also gotta watch where you land as well, because Kazuya will be waiting after you've taken that. But flies to the buff zone there, doesn't matter with the wings either way.
Yeah, but that was from Onin's down air. So far, Onin and Riddles have actually been hitting each other a lot in this game. I don't know if it's whether Onin is playing the zombie skin or they're just like kind of getting caught up and not entirely synced at the moment, but they've been trading blows against each other more often than I think the other team.
I do think with Kazuya and Steve, they have really huge hitboxes.
That's fair.
So it's not exactly alien to think like why would they be hitting each other, because sometimes they might just be in each other's way, bro.
Yeah, absolutely right. And I think they're shaping up right now. They're kind of landing some hits and people are exploding right now.
Oh my god.
3 stocks lost in a matter of like 5 to 10 seconds. And and then off the stage, it can't get back either.
3 more. Can I get a 4th, please? Somebody, give me a 4th right now. I'm trying to see stocks fly even more if we can. Dak, what is happening, please?
A blistering speed on these stocks here. Find himself in the corner as Riddles looking, and that is where Light's going to shine there in those one-on-ones, looking for those jump-in nairs we were talking about earlier. That's where it absolutely is going to flourish. Again in the corner here. Onin going to create some space, but again getting clipped. Oh, and he gets hit by the minecart, sets him up to get put in the corner by the Corrin.
And you see now, Cosmos is going to have to try and protect Light. Like I said, Light being that light character, it's just going to explode any type of hit, especially right now. Against characters like Steven and Kaz, you need to watch out how you're landing or how you're recovering. But oh man, Cosmos needs to watch out instead. And just these stocks, like you said, blistering speed, just going in a flash.
Stocks are on sale and everyone is taking advantage right now. 50% off, looking for the lasers. Gets back into the ledge, and I mean, this is almost a matter of time here. And indeed it is. Oh, not going to kill.
Okay, no discount there right there. You said about the deals. And Cosmos trying to get his own, the reversals.
I respect that. I respect it. At least try to take someone down with you. But Onin and Riddles, I mean, I don't even know. They're like getting kind of their brains together after a game that just kind of flew by everybody there.
Yeah, that game was it just got so hectic at one point, just like chaotic.
That's kind of double sometimes. Everyone's just pressing buttons and everyone's getting
you know, why not?
And you just kind of roll the dice
why
and hope
not?
your team comes out on top.
Yeah, and they went big. Riddles and Onin.
One tool I did see there that was, I hope we see a little bit more of, if possible. Certainly hard because so much happening, but Light using the reflector to reflect, using Shine to reflect the minecart.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sending it right back. Low key, like, if you're able to get that down, obviously easier said than done in the scramble of doubles, but I saw that a couple times, at least once, and Light, I mean, that obviously a huge breathing room, potential there, but also being able to send it back to the other team and get setups off of that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you play like an item character, you got to be good to like also use their item against
them.
them.
Kind of abuse that stuff against them, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking that I feel like with a character like Steve, I have to always go back to this. Even if you're reflecting minecarts, I feel like because Steve's autopilot is just so godlike, he'll just do it either way. And it's going to work. It's going to work eventually.
He's going to do what he wants.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's coming, but he's going to keep doing it just because he knows that autopilot. You see Cosmos said, you know what, the Corrin's all right, but I need to go to the main now. I need to do some work.
Yeah.
And getting right to it right now, pressuring Onin right now, not letting him mine on the left. No. Not letting him build.
Not at all. I don't care what material you're mining, you're not getting it for free. And I think this was the right choice. Corrin just a bit too sluggish.
Yeah.
Like Pyramytha gives you that speed, gives you that kill para, like just makes more sense.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You do want some speed to try and catch these characters. Don't let them set up for free. You want to put some pressure on them and weave in and out. That hit and run playstyle from both of them can help, but you need to watch how you're getting hit by these down Bs, especially with the rage drive.
Good job there by Riddles too, covering Light dash in to cover Cosmos' up B end frames there. So
Yeah.
even with that speed, like Riddles is all over it, like looking for the dash attack, and then the up B kills. Fox going down first, so Light losing their first stock. Meanwhile, everyone else trying to hold on to their first, but it's getting a bit dicey on that side platform as Kazuya goes down, and now it's just tied up at 5 stocks apiece.
And you see Onin comfortably getting the goal, putting Cosmos in that mine, trying to get rid of him, hits his teammate instead. Like I said, the Minecraft's going to keep going again. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. That autopilot just proving too strong for Light, can't really deal with it. And even if he runs out the way, he seems to run into an electric and just gets pressured on the left either way.
Even if you like don't even follow up on the minecart, it just takes them out of the fight, and you can just 2v1 the other guy. It's
Such a strong
It's
option.
Velveeta, man. It's crazy to me.
That parry was so vital on the anvil, needed just to get away. But like you said, you just run into an electric.
Yeah.
There's no place to hide. It's, you know, the floor is lava right now, and they're playing a type of game. I don't think Cosmos and Light want to play that. Light flying off all the way to the right side, trying to get some leverage. We can't find anything.
That's the scary part of kind of playing that faster team against a team that has active hitboxes out all the time. You're just like kind of inevitably going to run into them. And like that, you know, electric, like diamond forward smash or a minecart. That extra speed comes at a cost. You don't have as much control against these finer details like avoiding these kill confirms from both of these two top characters. Okay.
Okay. The pace was starting to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
You see
Breaking
Light
into 1v1s.
Yeah, I
there
was
to
seeing the
slow
Light
it
was trying
down.
to take his time, trying to get that kill with the back air. And now he's just trying to reversal too much. But Steve is the reversal king. You know, you try and go up on the ledge, up against him on the ledge, you will get taken off the top, off the side, doesn't matter where you are. And you see it, like I said before, the base building. Trying to force Light into his zone.
And does so, but Light actually comes out on top of that exchange and gets the Steve out of the corner, and they've established some stage control. Want to keep this Kazuya in the corner as often as they can. That's where Kazuya can start to get bodied a little bit, but lands that first hit, goes in for another. The minecart breaks it up, but an opportunity here. Cosmos and Light have slowly but surely worked this into their favor and have a solid lead here.
Yeah, we were talking so much about Riddles and Onin being so threatening with how they want to play, but I feel like Cosmos and Light played this second game really well.
Yeah.
They avoided a lot of kill situations. They've been backing each other up with the speed of both Mythra and Fox to kind of help each other. And they've been pressuring Riddles a lot, even before the 2v1 situations.
Yeah, that speed is so crucial. I mean, now Kazuya can't take the time that they normally would have to get these kill strings off. You just run in and you dash attack.
Yeah.
Mythra's gonna get there every time. Fox will get there every time. So you're right. Like they slowly worked in their favor, but it was all fast plays of being able to break up the Kazuya.
Yeah, I feel like they were struggling at the start of the game with the Steve, because Onin was literally being able to do his own thing, get his materials, build his block, but also help his teammate from afar. Those minecarts are just literally a free electric for Riddles. But once you mitigate that problem, you leave Riddles on his own, and he's too slow to fight either quick one by himself. He needs his teammate to help him. And when you're fighting two characters zipping all around, there's nothing really much you could do.
And that's really probably the best reason they had changed over from the Corrin to the Pyro Mythra.
Like you said, it's quite bulky, right? Well, not bulky, but quite stubby.
Corrin is
dull.
definitely closer in speed to Steve and Kazuya than to Fox. So to have that match in speed there so you can play on the same flow, you know? Whereas Kazuya and Steve also kind of do the same thing. They're both kind of slower, so they know they're playing that same time frame, but it comes at a cost. They can't go and save each other. Like Kazuya is not a character that's going to save you. And while Steve is like a sufficient character, there are scenarios where you do want that help and you don't get it. And even Steve, aside from Minecraft or Minecart and Minecraft, can't just run over and break things up on you. So you really have to be self-sufficient on both partners, which is a lot to ask for against two, you know, both characters that can break up things so quickly. But here we go, game 3.
Yeah, I want to see how Riddles and Onin change. I do feel like they need to take care of Onin more. And just, you know, I feel like with Light and Cosmo, if they can keep Onin out of the game, they really put pressure onto Riddles. You know, you don't want to fight two fast characters as Kazuya, not particularly as well. And you see Light running back to Cosmos to help him. He doesn't want to deal with any situation where he's left without him.
Yeah, this is an interesting pick because now they've, they got into Kalos. I'm like, okay, like there's still a lot of space between these teams. Like it might be harder to get over, but at this, and you also, if you're isolated with the Kazuya or the Steve, like you're gonna be isolated for more than you might have been on the previous game.
And you see Onin setting up the TNT, maybe trying to just give himself some pressure on the ledge, but Light sniffed that out, put the reflector in straight away. Didn't want to deal with any of that nonsense that he had on the right side.
Riddles just kind of swinging for the fences there, and again, cornered out, has to run right in, gets the raid drive, but in time, their teammate gets the kill on Light, and now they're getting kind of comboed here, but there's the breakup. It's close enough for Onin to get in, but in doing so, gets reversaled. Their teammate also sent flying, and now losing that stage control as Light is sitting right in the middle, waiting for that follow-up. Yeah,
the Reversal King being slain by Cosmos was actually really nice on their part. And like you said, I feel like Cosmos is doing a lot of good work being a survival type art, being really helpful in that way, letting Light run around, do his own thing while he kind of sits back a little bit. But Riddles, this Juggernaut, is on 3 stock still. Never mind, I cursed it again. But it's just Cosmos now, needs to watch how he wants to fight in this game at the moment. Does he want to hang back still? Does he want to help Light more? Either way, they're doing a really good job this third game, sorry.
And I do love how they're like just continually switching off, like they're taking turns, like jumping in, jumping out, like they are really playing really well alongside each other. Unfortunately, Light can't get there to break it up in time and also gets punished for doing so. 2 stocks real quick, lost for Cosmos and Light. Just like that, Riddles and Onin are right back in it.
Yeah, that was real good from Riddles to kind of recognize the kind of overextension situation that he wanted, and it got given to just like a birthday present right there for him. You see Riddles on the left getting his own type of combo, was about to finish it. Luckily, Cosmos was able to save.
Oh, gets back just in time with that air dodge, and Onin kind of setting up a platform earlier for Kazu to land with, but Riddles did not need it. Light trying to kill off the top. Kazu's still a bit too heavy. Oh, jumps in, I believe. Gets that first kill on Steve, and then both players exploding. And it will be Light and Riddles going down there.
Yeah, I believe everyone lost that stock apart from Cosmos.
Yeah.
Like you said, sometimes stocks just fly.
They do.
They just go in a flash.
Oh, that up smash. That might have killed Cosmos there if that landed.
I'm pretty sure that would have killed.
I love that, using I believe, the side tilt there, forward tilt, to stop the minecart from taking him. And now the up B comes in, and now it is Riddles and Onin up against just Light by himself at high percent. This is dire straits here for Light.
Oh, this is tough. See, now it's the opposite. Before you had 2 fast characters against Kazuya, now you've got Fox, a glass cannon against 1 Juggernaut and 1 whatever the hell Steve is. And that third game, you can see Light and Cosmos laughing about that was nonsense.
You see Light's reaction there almost in time of just like, what was that?
I don't know what was going on, but I just have to hold it. I just have to accept it.
Great game from both teams. Shout outs to Light and Cosmos for taking it to a game 3, bringing in that Pirate Mithra, but in the end, just not enough to seal a deal on Riddles and Onin, who were able to, really make the most of, has to be one of the scariest teams to run into in doubles, right? And showing why that's the case.
I feel like they held their own. That was a really good job, but, they're the community's favorite characters for a reason. They do their work and they, prove their worth.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it. That's one way to put it.
It just looked really hard. I feel like in all 3 of those games, it was really on whoever got that first stock lead, like substantial lead, and kind of kept it. Momentum was so high either way. It was kind of swinging back and forth in those sets. It was kind of like, who had the momentum out on top, and that third game proved it, to be Riddles and Onin.
Yeah, there was really only that one moment, I think, in game 2 where it kind of slowed a little bit in the first and middle portion where both teams were still kind of filling each other out because of that character swap. And then after that, it's kind of pedal to the metal, just all gas, no brakes for the rest of the set.
Definitely, they were driving all the way home. But hey, man, moving on to the next set, we got the first seed of the tournament with MKLO and Big Boss up against. I'm actually surprised to see them this in winners quarters of doubles.
Yeah.
RJ, I believe a Samus from Canada.